Oldsmobile created a brand new flagship, the Aurora luxury sports sedan. Going on sale for $1995, it was powered by a V8 engine, riding on a platform shared with the Buick Riviera. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the first generation 1995 to 1999 Oldsmobile Aurora, and how it attempted to go up against the likes of Acura, Infiniti, as well as other luxury brands. So grab a pickle juice soda, kick back, and let's get down to the nitty-gritty. In the late 1980s, there was a concept car known as the Oldsmobile Tube Car. The Tube Car hinted heavily at what design language the brand would later adopt for its upcoming flagship sedan. This concept car was built and was said to be a preview of an actual production model. In typical concept car fashion, they get toned down when transitioning from concept to production. This is necessary to make the car more civilized and cost-effective to produce. But designers hinted that many of the styling cues of the concept would survive the transition and make its way to the actual production model. 1989. The design for Oldsmobile's upcoming sedan was submitted and approved this year via Dennis Burke. The upcoming production model will retain some standout features from the concept: full-width taillights, wraparound glass, and frameless doors. The overall silhouette would transition from the concept and eventually find its way on the production model. 1992. If the execs had it their way, the Aurora would have entered production this year. Unfortunately, things didn't quite go as planned, and there were delays with the new full-size sedan. If things had gone as planned, the Aurora would have entered production as early as 1992 and went on sale as a 1993 model. Fast forward to 1994. After much delay, on January 24th of this year, the Oldsmobile Aurora finally entered production. The all-new stylish sedan later went on sale as a 1995 model.
Yeah, I should have known I wouldn't be the only one to find this car irresistible. Aurora, defy convention.
Younger Oldsmobile buyers would gravitate towards the Achieva. Oldsmobile also had the W-body Cutlass Supreme, available as a sporty coupe, sedan, and convertible. This model line also attracted a younger demographic. The Aurora sat at the top of the Oldsmobile lineup, being promoted as a halo car and sharing no family resemblance with any other car in the lineup at the time. With the Aurora project, the execs wanted to lure a new type of buyer, a younger, affluent buyer that would consider foreign brands. The execs had lofty expectations for the new flagship, expecting it to be considered amongst those who would otherwise purchase something like an Acura Legend or Infiniti Q45.
The Mercedes E-Class, the Acura Legend, the BMW 5 Series, the Lexus LS400, the Infiniti Q45. Our luxury performance sedan outsold each of them in its first model year. Aurora by Oldsmobile. Now the imports are the ones with some catching up to do. It's your money.
Powering the new Oldsmobile was a standard V8. Oldsmobile's 4-liter L47 V8 was a dual overhead cam engine based on Cadillac's 4.6-liter Northstar V8, which was exclusive to Cadillac before the debut of the Aurora. The V8 cranked out 250 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, paired to a 4-speed automatic transmission with driver-selectable normal and power shift modes. The all-new 1995 Buick Riviera was similar to the Aurora, with a polarizing design and being elevated to flagship coupe status within its lineup, but it didn't feature a V8 engine. During development, engineers noted that the L47 could fit in the Buick's engine bay, but product planners decided to go with a naturally aspirated and supercharged variant of the 3800 engine instead. Classified as a full-size sedan by the EPA, the new Aurora kept itself isolated from the brand altogether. For instance, it did not wear a rocket badge, which was Oldsmobile's official logo at the particular time. Instead, the Aurora got its very own unique swirled A logo. In fact, looking at the exterior, there is no indication of the Aurora being an Oldsmobile in the first place. Really, the only indicators to its relation with the Oldsmobile brand were found on the engine cover and in fine print on the audio system. The Aurora's unique badging also gave a sneak peek at the upcoming redesigned 1997 logo, the logo that the brand would end up using on all its cars. Oldsmobile even observed its competitors for branding inspiration. For example, Infiniti was created by Nissan, however, was sold as a premium brand with separate dealer networks and very little ties to its parent company. While the Aurora was sold through Oldsmobile dealers, the brand still wanted to distinguish it as a premium model that broke the stereotypical Oldsmobile image. A load of tech and creature comforts were selling points for the Aurora, with the interior featuring a driver-centric cockpit layout, a feature that hinted at the sedan's sporting intentions. The controls, along with the ones in the center stack, were oriented towards the driver, and ergonomic research went into the positioning of the gear selector. There was a huge list of standard high-end features, including a dual-zone automatic climate control. While such a feature might sound normal today, it was one that was rather uncommon in 1995. The Aurora had a not-so-inexpensive $35,000 base price in 1995. Factor in dealer markups, and many examples would exceed the $40,000 mark. Despite the sticker shock, the Aurora commanded a price significantly lower than the full-size Q45 and LS400, not to mention the Acura Legend or the mid-size E320, which started around $43,500. However, it was still quite a bit pricier than a few other premium mid-size offerings, such as the Lexus ES300, which had a $31,000 base price, and Acura's TL with a $29,000 base price. Although the Aurora was considered a polarizing design by 1994 standards, it influenced future Oldsmobile products. For example, the next generation mid-size Cutlass Supreme, which was renamed Intrigue at the last minute, came out in 1997 as a 1998 model, sharing the family resemblance with the Aurora. Speaking of 1997, we got our first peep at what would eventually become the Alero with the Alero Alpha concept car. As a sporty coupe with a powerful V6 engine lurking under the hood, it too took styling cues from the earlier tube car concept, not to mention the production Aurora itself. Many of these design cues carry over from concept to production, and the all-new compact-sized Alero went on sale in 1998 as a 1999. Those who didn't necessarily have the means for an Aurora or could justify a full-size sedan could still pull off the lot in a smaller Intrigue or Alero, which arguably looked just as great as the Aurora and was just as sporty. With sales of coupes declining in the North American market, General Motors discontinued the Riviera, with 1999 being the car's last model year. 99 will also mark the final year of the first generation Aurora. As of June 25th of that year, production ended. Unlike the Riviera, however, the Aurora nameplate would carry on, with an all-new generation entering production on November 1st, 1999, and going on sale in February 2000 as an early 2001 model. The first and second generation models were both designed by Dennis Burke. The first generation Aurora has all but disappeared from the roads, but for a sedan that was designed in the late 1980s, it still looks unique by today's standards. Let us know if you owned or drove a 1995 to 1999 Oldsmobile Aurora. As always, thanks for coming out to the show, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until next time, this is your host Rob, and thanks for tuning in to Antique Tags.